What's poppin'? Turn your speakers up. Turn these speakers up. You're locked into the illest girls next door.
You can bump it in your stereo.
On BoominLive.com.
Hey guys,
It's lit.
This is what happens when the Roma try to take over. We gotta do Illest Girls Next Door from our home, but it's okay because we're here.
Inside don't matter.
This just shows you. This just shows you the type of team we are. Like we don't stop for nothing. The Rona not gonna stop nothing. We active.
But kind of going back to everything, Lanajiah, thank you so much for coming on the show. Cash Gordon, thank you so much for coming on Illest Girls Next Door. We all want to do a rerun though back in the studio stuff right now. And let's get into it. First of all, Lanajiah, please tell us about everything that you got going on right now.
So, I'm still running Sassy Girls. I got 4 businesses now.
Okay.
So business. I got 2 online fashion boutiques, men and women. School, working, just getting work done. That's it. That's pretty much. Ain't really changed.
Congrats, my beautiful black queen.
Right. Yes, congratulations.
Talk to us, baby.
What's up, y'all? I just want to say thank you for having me. Basically, I would like to call myself a serial entrepreneur. I just got my hand in a lot of baskets. So like right now, aside from like event planning, party promoting, I have Northern Bloke Company, which is an upscale fashion, men's fashion brand. Basically, accessories though, like really like ties, handkerchiefs, lapel pins, things like that. We also have like turtlenecks, crew necks. Like we dabble in apparel a little bit, but it's mainly men's upscale accessories. Aside from that, I do my artist management and personality management on the side, which is something that I've been doing for 3 years now. I started with 1 DJ. Now I have a few artists, 2 DJs, and then couple personalities, and then aside from that, I just do, consulting here and there, just trying to reach out, to people that may have potential, but don't really know where to go with their business mind or like their ambition. I just try to help people out, but I just constantly got my hand in a lot of different pots, so just trying to keep it going.
Okay.
Very busy people.
Huh?
Right. I'm trying to be like y'all when I grow up.
I promise.
It's just crazy. Like, even like going to like me, Lanajiah, and Court. Like, first of all, we all go to the same school. That's first. And then like we literally are all bosses. We're literally on Skype with a whole bunch of bosses. Like, and everybody does different things. I feel like that's the dopest thing ever. And we all young as hell. Like,
I love it.
I'm the grandma out the group.
It's okay, Grandma.
It's okay. We need Grandma.
I just want to know, like, when everything's falling under, what gives you guys the motivation to keep going? Like,
well, you go first. Go ahead.
Me go first. All right. So, I mean, that's a tough question, but it's also easy. I guess I'm not like most people in a sense of I'm very optimistic. So like, I always think that I can find the answer to a situation, or I can do more with a situation even when others may think that it's over with, or others may think that it's time to move on to the next thing. So that's something that pushes me a lot because I'm constantly just thinking on the bright side and having like the utmost confidence in myself and always willing to bet on myself. So that's something big for me. But I mean, aside from that, I would just say, just I guess constantly being hungry and never getting complacent, just always wanting more, never really just feeling like what you have in that moment is enough. Because I mean, if you look on the grand scale of things, when you think about your family, when you're somebody that's not selfish and you think about other people, like the people that believe in you or the people that may need you or the people that can't do for themselves, so they kind of depend on you to be that guy in life, and you think that you constantly going to move forward or constantly try to do better because you feel like you're not just doing whatever you're doing for yourself. It's kind of for a greater cause. So that's something that's big for me.
Can we get a round of
Good
applause?
answer.
Okay. Well, I want to hear Lanajiah.
Right.
So mine is basically, I'm from North New Jersey.
Period.
So I feel like there's a young girl just like me from the hood trying to figure it out, don't have no motivation, don't have no support system. So I feel like that's important to do it for the young girl, the younger youth, the young men and black women who trying to make it. So if we can do it, I know they can do it. So they need some type of motivation. So that's what keeps me going. Like my family keep me going, my friends keep me going. Being around people who doing better than me keep me going. So I feel like, I don't know, that's my motivation. That's all I really need.
I feel like that's like the Leo in us too. Like we always like so eager to like just like help people, and then like it gives us satisfaction knowing that we help somebody else. Like it kind of boosts our ego, but it's still for a good cause.
It's for a good cause.
Yeah.
It's the ego part. It's the ego part. We all know that. But
she's a Gemini.
Well, I'm a Gemini, but I like Leos though. I like Leos. Like my moon sign is the Aries, so we got that fire sign connection. Like I like Leos, so y'all good. But where do you guys see yourself in 5 years?
So wait, let me see. Okay. So my goal within the next couple of years, forget 5 years. Like I already just made my goals for like next year and this year. So
your short-term goals then.
I plan to be out of Jersey. I do want to like finish what I have, like unfinished business here. So that's what I want to finish here, make sure I got a platform here, and then I want to move out of state. And I just want to be successful. By 5 years, I should be like engaged in my mind. With a whole bunch of money in my account. So that's why I see myself with a whole business and like a team of young bosses. Like I want to be able to help other girls become millionaires and be able to be a life coach. So that's my.
That's dope. Cash, talk to us.
Me, like, I might disappoint y'all with this answer, but I'm not really I'm trying to get better with it, but I'm kind of short-sighted in a sense of like, all right, when I set goals, like weeks ahead, if we talking 2-3 weeks ahead, I'm gonna set a goal, I'm gonna attack it. But when it comes to like years and things like that, I'm not really good with that because I'm real like day by day. I'm a day by day person.
Okay.
Or even like a month ahead. But I mean 5 years, if I really think about, where I want to be, I definitely would like, a couple of the businesses that I have already established. Like one thing that I didn't mention when I introduced myself, I have a fitness brand. We have over 6, certified trainers. We have an actual like building in Newark, you know what I'm saying? So that's something that I started in 2012 along with, a family member. And that's still something that's going and succeeding. Things like that. By then, I would want to, be in a position where I can sell those and move on to, other ventures, things like that. I definitely want to be financially stable. I mean, who wouldn't want to be, but I'm not really too sure. I just know that I want to be in a position where I can take care of myself and, take care of those around me and move on to bigger and better things, not be, because this is one thing I was just talking to somebody about yesterday, revolving around Miami and all that. It's some people we see out there that's like, you in your 30s or you in your late 20s, you shouldn't still be doing the same shit you was doing when you was in.
At all.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just one thing that I know 5 years from now, I cannot be on the same type of timing that I'm on right now. Whatever that means, you know what I'm saying? That's for me to figure out in due time. But I just need to be, somewhere else doing something else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like going back to what you were saying about like not really having like long-term goals and stuff like that. I think one of the things that all of us right now should remember as being young bosses is that Janae Aiko, she said in one of her songs called 10,000 Hours, where she says, always planning but never manifesting. Like, it's one thing to have a plan in your head, but if you're not manifesting it and if you're not doing the necessary steps to act to have that plan actually come to fruition is not going to work out. So like, I just want all of us like to really remember that, and people who are watching, like, have a plan, but make sure you're manifesting it as well, because the plan is just a plan. If you don't do the necessary steps to, execute it. But I know that y'all were in Miami, so I want to get into that. I need to know the details.
First
Who
of all,
had the best spring break of all time? That's all I'm gonna say.
wait, what you say?
Who had the best spring break of all time?
Oh, yeah?
Must be nice.
This is about Court.
I was just living carefree, living my best life, sitting on top of drop tops, going to the beach. I just had to, like, one thing that I did tell myself, because 2019 was probably like the worst year. So I'm like, 2020, like, I'm going to just do more and just go out of state more. Like, I'm trying to get my name in places, you feel me, far away from home. But the thing is, I wasn't even going to go to Miami. Let me tell you how it happened. I was supposed to go to Texas because I was supposed to go to Texas for South by Southwest, and it got canceled. So probably like 2 days before Friday, I think that was like Wednesday, I called my cousin. I'm like, yo, you want to go to Miami? She like, yeah. I'm like, I booked the flight. That's exactly how it happened. That's exactly how it happened. Then when we was down there, we were supposed to leave Sunday. My cousin like, nah, we're going to leave tomorrow. I'm like, all right, we're going to leave Monday. What? Monday come, I'm like, nah. Mind you, we just kept booking flights back to back because we didn't have flight protection. So we just kept buying them. It was $50. Man, I had to tell my life.
See, and then she invited me, but I was like, yeah, nah. If I'm going on vacation, I need to go somewhere where I can meditate and be centered and be grounded and be one with nature. I say, yeah, no, Miami is not the place. I'm like, Miami is not the place for that.
Yeah,
it's not for everybody.
It's not.
Nah, I would have got aggravated.
I wanted to stop more. And I told Cole, I was like, first of all, I wasn't even supposed to be in Miami. That's number one. I was never supposed to be in Miami. But my friend wanted to go, so I'm like, all right, I'm going to just go because she wanted to go. When I got down there, I had fun, but it was just too many people for me. Like, my Leo senses started kicking in, social anxiety. I'm like, oh, no.
See? And that's why I didn't want to go. I'm like, it's too many people, too many different energies. I'm like, it's too much. It's too much.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was just too much. But it was fun, though. It was an experience, but I ain't going back. Next year, I'm going out the country.
I could dig out the country vibes.
Going out the country.
Now, I even heard you mention, Lanajiah, that you wanted to be, basically engaged in the next couple years, whatever the case may be. But do you feel like relationships aren't lasting in this day and age?
I just feel like
I feel like they're not lasting long anymore.
It's this generation. I feel like I got two sides where I see different people in different relationships. So my perspective of when the last time I came on here is totally different now. It just depends on you. If you get caught up in the hype, if you get caught up in the different trends that's going on, if you feel too involved in social media, then yeah, you fall into that category. But I feel like if you just got a partner, y'all doing y'all, it's gonna work out. Just stay off the internet. Just stay off with the hype and the memes and the don't fall for it. Because honestly, I think that's what everybody getting caught up in. But I don't know. I've been watching relationships flourish around me, so I can't really say that.
I feel like it's all about who you surround yourself with. But that's in any aspect of business, relationship, and everything like that. When you're dealing with someone, you don't want somebody who's distracted by the outside. You want somebody who's focused on the same plan that you're focused on. And that's why I feel like people fail with. You're going with somebody who's way out of your league, not in the same mindset, and then you're expecting things to work.
Yeah, it's not going to work.
I feel like as the content creator. Oh, go ahead, Court.
My bad. I got three off the top of my head. 3 reasons why.
Okay.
It's plenty more, but I was for one, even though business, when you talk about business wise and just technology wise, the social media age is good. But when it comes to relationships, it's not, because one particular reason why it hurts, long-lasting relationships is because being as though we have access to thousands of people, see thousands of people, it give everybody that sense of the common saying of it's what's the how you say it, like it's a million fishes or whatever the case may be.
It's a million fishes.
It's other
Plenty of
fishes.
fish in the sea.
Yeah.
So like if you constantly at the touch of a button, you can access all these other people. Some people, I ain't gonna say everybody, but I would even say most people.
Yeah.
You start to deal with your significant other on a shorter leash because you feel like, oh, this person wouldn't treat me that way, or that person, I could have them, or I could have this, or whatever the case may be. You got access to so many people that you don't really cherish that one person you're dealing with because you start, like, you get that confidence of, I can always move on somewhere else. So I think that's number one, that people don't really have a sense of, sticking it out because they constantly think about the next person they can just move on to and get what they want in that moment, I think, personally. Number two, I think it's just something that a lot of people in our age group, you know what I'm saying, or like I would say late 90s babies on to 2000s is that because I feel like it's true when they say we have like a microwave mentality, like we want things right now. We don't want to have to wait down the line, wait in the future. I feel like a lot of reasons why relationships ain't lasting that long is because people don't want to work with the other person. It's kind of like I want what I want now, or I'm gonna get what I want somewhere else. Yeah, and that's fine. You feel me? You young, we all young, so that's cool. But it's just like, if you decide that this is the person you want to be with long term, they deserve more than that. It shouldn't be just what I want or else. So either the two people going to figure it out and work it out, or they going to split because people want what they want right now. And I would just say the third reason is real simple. It's just that at the end of the day, a lot of people don't feel like, our parents or our grandparents, depending on how old, everybody parents different ages, they was heavy on that, like, stick it out, you got to get married, no matter what happens. Or let's say two people have children, you got to raise them. There's no parenting. Where now we look at it different, where it's like, I'm going to do what makes me happy. And that I feel there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? I respect that 1,000%. Because when you look at it, a lot of our, relatives that's a little bit older, they've been in 30-year, 20-year relationships, miserable because they
that is true.
Used to do. You know what I'm saying?
Now, the lifestyle that you live, can you be in a relationship for the lifestyle that you live?
Can I? Well, I mean, that's a question. I feel like that's a question you would have to ask the other person. I personally believe that I can because, well, for one, the lifestyle I live is solely based on the fact that I'm single, number one. Number two, I think, it still would be the same to an extent, but I'm only human, and I'm also like, I'm somebody that's willing to compromise, you know what I'm saying? It really comes down to back to social media because it's so important now, you can't even look past it. It goes to a point of I would have to, I think, deal with somebody that is confident, one, and in tune with themselves to where it's like me and you gonna have an understanding of what you like and don't like. I can't personally, with the lifestyle that I live, I cannot deal with a person that is too worried about what other people think. You get what I'm saying? Because that person will say, oh, he constantly around a lot of females. That makes other people think this, so I'm good. It really would have to be somebody that can say, all right, well, as long as you stand by these boundaries that I set, or as long as me and you have this certain agreement, it can work. But when it comes to people that are too wrapped up in what other people think, or, oh, I'm going to look stupid because social media says so, it really won't work. You get what I'm saying?
I can say, like, happy you said that, because I'm first of all, I can say as like court friends, he's not as mixy as it looks on the gram. Like when he be partying, he really do be working. Like he don't be, everybody be thinking, oh, he partying, it's all fun. He really be straight. Like that's really a businessman. Like that's one of the reasons why I really respect Court. Because even when we out, it's like, he like, we working and stuff. Like, it's fun for everybody else, but to him, it's like a job. Like, everybody else
it's definitely a job.
Job to him. So he really be chilling.
And that's what I'm
That's
saying.
why
If you look at my Instagram, you'll think like, I'm gonna be honest. Don't get me wrong. I be doing my thing. Like I'm out here. But I'm saying is, you look at my Instagram and it's like anybody's Instagram. Really, it's like a movie. You know what I'm saying? You look at it and it's like, wow, damn. Every picture is a new group of girls. Or every picture he's somewhere else. And if you somebody that's, I don't want to say small-minded because that's not really fair to certain people. But if you somebody that can't see, the bigger picture.
Yeah, I was about to say, I see it like, as a business person, I see like what's going on. Like you said, other outsiders that don't understand what you do or want to understand, they're going to think like it's mixy and like you said, be around a whole bunch of females and everything like that. But that's why I like to hang around people that's working because you understand the purpose of what I'm doing this for.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of people don't understand.
As a content creator, you have to be super picky and super cautious as to who you decide to get in a relationship with. Because when I first started this podcast, I was in a relationship and I didn't feel like I was getting the support that I needed to get. Like, he wasn't reposting anything. He wasn't watching a podcast. He never came to the studio to watch us record, like none of that. And it's like, this is my dream. So if you're with me, you should be able to support that. But then it seemed like it was weird. Like he was choosy. Like 1 minute he wanted to be hands-on, but then the next minute he didn't. Like when it came to an event or something and I could get him and his boys in for free, oh yeah, where we at? Let's go. But then when it came to actually supporting and watching a podcast and everything, he didn't want to. He wasn't for it. So it's like you just really have to be cautious because then people like that, they can kind of hinder your creativity as well. Like you're scared to do certain things and you're scared to take certain leaps of faith because you don't want to offend them or you don't want to hurt them. But at the end of the day, this is my dream. I'm doing this because I have to do it. And if you can't support that, you got to be out.
I feel like now is the easiest time for people to like spread their talents online. And I feel like if you can like somebody's picture, if you can dig right somebody's story, repost your friends. Because I feel that way, but in a friendship type of way. It's kind of like I have so many friends, but I'm like, where are y'all when we go on live? Where are y'all when, you know what I mean? But I do have a question that I do want to ask you guys. With all the businesses you guys have going on, do you think you'd be this successful if we didn't have this easy access to social media?
I say that because I'm hustling. Like, make it happen. I didn't start off on social media. Like, I put it out like, yeah, I'm selling shades, but I actually started college. I started right on Bloomfield Stoop with 5 boxes of shades and was out there all night till 2 o'clock in the morning till them cops kicked me out. So I was going to make it happen regardless. Like, you was going to hear about Sassy Girls regardless. If I had to do newspapers, make flyers, it was going to happen. It was destined to happen. So social media just boosted. But when you was born to hustle it, it's going to happen. Like, you going to make whatever happen. Like,
that was a good answer. That was a real good answer.
That's true. What she said is true. Also, I mean, of course my answer is yes, but it does make it a little bit easier, like I said, when now you have like direct to consumer where it's like you can touch your audience, just by posting something as opposed to doing extra stuff. But at the same time, those who win on a larger scale or those who surpass others are those who still, abide by old school things. Like for example, when it comes to events, I'm still somebody who personally go to, 4 or 5 different schools or go to 4 or 5 different parties and hand out flyers physical. And certain people will look at that and say, why are you doing that? Just post it. But at the end of the day, if you want to touch the audience that you need to touch or if you want to go above and beyond, you know what I'm saying? It's bigger than social media at the end of the day because no matter what your business is, you want to create, you want them to identify with you for who you are, not your Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You want a genuine connection. So, I mean, personally, for myself, I can only speak for myself. I think I would be good regardless. I think in some fields, it's easier to have social media than others. But I feel like Lanajiah said, if you got that certain drive and you want to make certain things happen, you're going to do it with or without social media because you have an effect on people. All social media do is put all the people in one place for you. But if you have that effect on people and you know how to, maneuver a certain kind of way, you're going to do it with or without it.
Now I got a question, right? So, do you feel like with your business and everything that you do that you have two different like aliases in a way? Like right now, like I got J Benz and I'm Jada. Jada and J Benz is two different people. Like, do you like have like that problem, struggle with that or anything?
Oh my God. You want to go first? Cause I got a lot to say about this.
Yeah, okay, so I got like 10 different personalities.
Nah, we do though.
I got like 10 different personalities, so I do have to like my main two that I deal with often is Sassy Girls and like Sassy and Lanajiah. It's a constant battle because like Lanajiah is that Leo fire in her, like where it's just like I don't take nobody crap. And then it's like Sassy when she's just super friendly, super people, super like, you know, nice and like all this extra stuff. Like I know how to turn it on and off. But Lanajiah, sometimes I be having to talk to myself like, listen.
I be like, Jada, relax. Like, Jada, gotta relax.
Like sometimes I be dealing with certain people. Like when you're in a business, you really have to have patience. And I feel like without Sassy, I would not have the patience. Like Lanajiah would not have patience at all. Because having a business really have put me in that predicament where it's just like, all right, they tested my gangster, but like, you know, what's better for the brand? Like what's it me at this point? Like I can't act the way I would want to act or react. So I have to really think about like, okay, if you do this is not, they're not going to just say, oh, Lanajiah did this. They're going to be like, Sassy Girls was over here acting like crazy maniacs and going crazy and doing all this other stuff. So it is a constant battle, but I'm learning every day. I'm still human. So it's like,
I was about to say, like, I literally probably battle with that almost like every day because like, it's like, J Benz associated to Illest Girls Next Door. Like everything is, you feel me, in cahoots with it. But I gotta tell people too, like when it comes to business, business is business. Y'all not my friends. Because if you was my friend, you would know who Jada is. Mm-hmm. And if you don't know who Jada, then I don't consider you a close friend. But it's like at the same time, being that Leo and being feisty and everything is literally like a battle between the two. But I don't like when people feel like they know me. The only way that you actually know me is if you know Jada. J Benz is the person that's like, you know, out partying, the life of the party, enjoying life, got the podcast, got everything going on. Jada's more so on like the end of like learning herself more and who she is and where she want to be in life and, you know, becoming a boss that she know that she's destined to be. And I just feel like it's hard because if you're not like in that element, in that zone of like having two different aliases, you don't understand like the pressure it is to literally battle and fight with yourself.
It be a constant. First of all, it's a constant battle. Like when I say a constant battle, I mean it literally every day. Like when I wake up, I have to talk to myself. Like I give myself a time frame to actually talk with people. I talk to one person before 9:00, and that is my best friend. She talks to me at 6:45 in the morning. She get me ready, and she don't even understand. You preparing me for the world today because after 9:00, it's like, all right, it's no more Lanajiah feelings. It's no whatever you feeling after that, unless I get a break or something. But every moment, as soon as I wake up, I got 1,000 text messages. I got a group of 42 girls who sit and text me all day, no respect. Like, they have no respect, and it's okay, but, like, I'm human. You don't read if they phone call, they calling you. I'm like, bro, I'm human. I'm at work. I got class. I got school. So to like really like work with me here, and then I'm still trying to figure myself out. Like we're still growing. I'm still making mistakes. I have flaws, like just like everybody else. And I think when you have a business, you have a brand, people forget you're human. Like people forget and like you have a life outside of this. And like when you clock out of work, because having a business is work. When you clock,
don't ever stop. That's 24 hours.
The life still goes on. Like life still goes on. Whatever is at home, whatever you feeling in your situation, what you got going on with your friends, I'm still human. So it's just like, please give me a break. But I mean, it's the life we choose, so I can't.
Oh, I'm waiting for yours.
Can we get the phone on vibrate? Whoever's phone is pinning.
No, it's the laptop.
Oh, okay. Try.
Let's do that.
I personally, I try to like when it comes to business and everything in general, I really have, because since y'all talking about signs, I'm an Aquarius, so I cannot do nothing but be myself. Like I refuse to like bend to certain things. Of course, it's business, so you're gonna, do the right thing in the moment. But what I'm saying is like, I try to put myself in positions where I can be myself and thrive through that. You know what I'm saying? I try to put myself in, when I try to make business moves, I always try to make sure whatever I'm gonna be doing, I can be myself while doing that. I don't have to do too much code switching because that's something that I'm just not willing to do under most circumstances. So a lot of the time, you know what I'm saying, I don't really have to do a double thing, but to piggyback off of what Lanajiah said is like, people forget, like you said, that you human. So it's like, why am I not allowed to have a mixed personality or mixed emotions like everybody else? You kind of get put into a box. So whatever they see you as when you're doing business, they expect you to be that at all the time. Like this something I had a conversation with somebody about is like, one thing that I don't like about being quote unquote popular or a people person is that, let's say in school, for example, it's certain days where you may want to walk into, the campus restaurant or the caf, whatever, and sit by yourself and not talk to nobody. But
everybody will come up to you, dap you up.
When it comes to your social media identity, or when it comes to even specifically being a event planner, party promoter, whatever, them days when you come in and say, I'm not talking to nobody, now you being, where somebody else is like, they probably want to be to themselves. For you now is he acting Hollywood or acting different, he acting funny. So it's kind of like you got to put a uniform on. That's something that I do just because, you don't want nobody to feel that way about you. But it's something where it's like, yo, at the end of the day, I'm still human. So even though I am a people person, and even though I am welcoming and charismatic or whatever words you want to put on it, also I am somebody that don't want to be bothered sometimes. I can't be both of those at once. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, to certain people that look at everything one-sided, they'll say you're being fake, different. But why can't I be both of those things at one time? And that's a question I want to ask y'all, being the only male in here right now. Right?
Talk to us.
Because I know we were just talking about, dealing with relationships, having a certain lifestyle, right? Mm-hmm. Something that I get a lot, especially with Instagram too, kind of, but mostly with my Twitter. Because with my Twitter, I say what I think. Like, I don't really be caring. Like,
that be me on Twitter.
I don't too much of a fuck about none of that. I say how I feel. One thing I get a lot is like, and even see other people talk about other people in this way. I see a lot of women say like, they don't like when, how do I put it into words? They don't like when niggas, approach them or talk to them one way, right? But what they say or what they post shows something different, right? And my thing to that is, and y'all can explain where that comes from, if y'all agree with that. My thing to that is kind of like what I just said. You know what I'm saying? As a human, as a man, not even just me, anybody, right? You can feel multiple ways at the same time. Like, you can feel like, I like this girl, so I'm going to give her a lot of attention. But you can also feel like, I'm single and I do what I want. Or whatever the case may be. Any two different things. I feel like y'all expect niggas to be like one person when it's like, maybe I'm showing you something different and showing the world something else because the world don't deserve that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Do y'all disagree?
Hold on. Before we answer that, we just want to give a quick shout out to all of the people who are watching right now, all the viewers. We see we got a lot of comments, everybody. So we just want to thank y'all for rocking out with us during this quarantine. But continue.
Go ahead, answer it, Riz.
Oh, you want me to answer? That's hard. I don't know because with social, I can't really answer that because like I was in a relationship with somebody for 5.5 years and we didn't follow each other on social media at all.
That's smart.
Like we didn't follow each other at all. So it's like I don't know how he was coming. He don't know how I was coming. And my page wasn't private, so he could have went on my shit at any time. Now his page is private. but so I don't really have an answer to that. Like, I don't know.
Well, I'm on Twitter myself, and like, I did get out of a relationship too. And me and my ex were really cool about following each other on social media and the things that we will post, because it's not that deep. Like, certain things are funny, certain things, you might be, like you said, you might be feeling, but it might not be the truth, but you might relate to it, and you're retweeting it because you can. Like, who's gonna stop you? You know what I mean? So, I don't really think it's the biggest deal. I just feel like people can't be so sensitive about everything. Just like laugh.
How I feel about it is know who you're dealing with. That's first. Like, if you know that the boy that you're talking to is an Instagram comedian, are you really gonna take what he posts serious? And you shouldn't, because you know what you got yourself into. And honestly, like, even like, I like to post like my little, you feel me? Because Instagram been wilding lately. And it don't even be in the sense like, all right, so going back to like every morning I wake up and I post something inspirational. Every morning. No matter what time I wake up, even if I wake up at 12, which I know I'm not, the first thing that you're going to see on my page is something inspirational. And it don't always got to do with me. Maybe the next person need to hear it. Maybe I need to hear it. Maybe it's just to, fill the air. Like, I woke up, I'm happy, I'm up, everything. Just because I post it doesn't mean it pertains to me. And I feel like that's the same with other people. And if I'm dealing with you and we've been talking long enough and we're in a relationship, I kind of, you kind of know how that person is. So you know if they being subliminal to you. But if you're an Instagram comedian, you feel me? Do your thing. But that's why people need to mind their business as well, too. Going with what you said, Court. Like, you can't, you feel me, be with somebody that's listening to other people. Yeah. Because your significant other is an Instagram comedian and they posted all that wicked ass shit and everything like that. Baby, do your thing. I'm not about to stop you because we're in a relationship. You feel me? This was you before me. I'm not going to try to change you. Because you can't change me and who I am. You can't tell me stop posting inspirational stuff in the morning because it don't pertain to me, but I don't know who needs to hear it. Like Instagram, like for instance, Killer TV. If Killer was to get a girlfriend, most likely she's got to be okay with him doing the lives the way he do it. Girls shaking their ass on live, everything. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Wildin'. Like D1 Pop, for instance, he be posting some wicked ass shit.
But look, this is my favorite. D1 Pop, that's a perfect example. D1 Pop, that's a perfect example. Why? Let's go back to what I'm saying, right? D1 Pop, let's say he got a girl he like and they talk, right? Everything he posts about how much he hate bitches or how much bitches are evil, he might really mean that. Like, he can mean that from the bottom of his heart, but that don't mean that don't mean he don't like the girl, and that don't mean he not willing to get a girl a shot. And that's what it just be like, oh, one thing I get, oh, you tweet like you hate bitches and this and that, but da-da-da-da-da. But it's like, yeah, I do, but so what? That don't got nothing to do with what I'm saying.
Yo, I tweet like I hate men all the time.
Like, that's how you know, like, people really need to mind their business on social media. Like, because if you go on my page, I could be in a relationship, I could be single, I could be talking to somebody else's boyfriend, I could be by my lonesome. Like, you never know. Like, and it's just all stuff I be posting the whole time. I could be laying next to my nigga the whole time talking about some fuck niggas. Like, you never know. Like, that's why people really just need to mind their business. Like, of course, I'll put little subliminals here and there so that you got an idea what's happening. The whole time you really don't know what's happening. Like, you really don't know. Like, you like, only if you know me and you'll see something, she's like, oh yeah, I know what's happening. But if you just on the outside looking in, you don't know. So, like, assumptions make assholes.
Yep.
Like,
what's that? If you assume, you make an ass out of you and me.
Yeah.
Yep.
There we go, Yanni.
Assume, you make an ass out of you and me.
I've never heard that.
Oh, really? So mind your business on Twitter, like your tweets, keep it going.
Hey, yo. Now I got a question for Lanajiah and Court. How do y'all feel about that petition going around on campus to pass or fail during the coronavirus, being that they, cancel school for the rest of the semester? My personal opinion, how I feel about it is, this is what I really think they should do. The seniors, let them graduate. Give the juniors, sophomores, and freshmen the option to pass or fail. Because, like, you're forcing everybody to do online classes. Some kids have learning disabilities. Some kids need to sit in front of a teacher. And I feel like y'all shouldn't harm the seniors. Like, they done did their whole 3.5 years, worked hard, blah, blah, blah. Just give them an A and let them go. Keep the money, though. Y'all already took our money anyway. So, like, I feel like we shouldn't get our money back. Keep the money, let the seniors go, and then give everybody else the option to pass or fail. That's really my personal opinion.
I feel like I will have my tuition back because online classes is cheaper. That's number one. Like, if you're going to make me do all this and download all of these systems, because one of my classes is a whole new system and we only got 9 days till expire until it's no longer a free trial. So now we got to pay for another system that I was never going to use or need it. But since this whole thing going on, we got to pay for something else. Books is already expensive online. And all my classes is technically online. I only go to school for attendance because everything is on Connect, Blackboard. All they doing is talking. So I just feel like I just want to have my tuition back. They on some bullshit. And that's how I feel about it right now. Like, I'm trying not to get too deep into that because it's just like so much messages going around, emails with that whole situation. But I just feel like this school on some nut shit. Like, they just on some nut shit.
It's not just our school though. All these, like, everything is just on some nut shit.
Like everything right now is just like.
Or I'll say just cancel the whole semester. Like, just cancel it. Just cancel it.
No, so they gonna get my money back first. I want my money back for that's what I'm concerned about. Like, we paying this money because I used to take online classes, so I know it's way cheaper than what y'all charging right now. So honestly, give us half our money back. Let us do this little online thing. I don't mind. Like, online not hard, but I know for next semester, because next semester is my last semester, I am graduating. Next semester, I am not coming to school. I'm going straight online because if I gotta do this first semester, I might as well just continue online at this point.
Mm-hmm. I'm not a fan of the pass or fail option because I feel like being as though this situation was out of everybody's hand, when you make it pass or fail, there's still an option to fail. I feel like it should be a grading curve.
No GPA, like that's stupid.
Pass fail. Also, you don't even get effect on your GPA.
Yeah, you don't.
Those people that maybe trying to join clubs or whatever they want to do, apply for certain things, they can't. Their work is not going to be reflected on their GPA. So that's one thing. And then number two is just that at the end of the day, the school was put into a position where they had to do something drastic. And like you said, Jay, it's a lot of people that's not built for online classes, and that's why they didn't register for them. So when you put people in classes that they don't need to be taking, you need to take some type of accountability for that and curve them grades. That's number two. And then number three, in terms of the money, first of all, people that was kicked out of their dorms 2 months early, they definitely need their money back because you don't know. Absolutely. Some of these people might not be safe at home. Some of these people might not even have a stable living situation where they only have somewhere to stay in the summertime. And 2 months early, you just kicking them out. It's not even like you telling them, we gonna work with you or whatever. It's just like a abrupt, y'all gotta leave type of thing. They need their money back. And then class-wise, it's like, it's real simple. If I didn't register for an online class and you making me take an online class, you need to either give me an automatic A or I need some
automatic A. I'm cool with that.
Or both. Something. You get what I'm saying? But it ain't just go ahead and take the class and we gonna see what happens. It's slow for that. I don't make no sense.
They're not even trying to help us. Like, I feel like they just being real, ignorant about the situation and not even taking other people into consideration. Because think about it. One of the dorms is all people who came from China. So they don't really be speaking English to each other. Where they going? Or people who just depend on dormant at school. Like, where do you put them? You just tell them, all right, listen, we're going to turn this into a testing site. School over for the rest of the semester. They actually are doing testing on King Campus tomorrow. Yeah. For my job.
And you know what? The crazy part about that is that they can't even say they didn't have the option. Because I know Montclair, for example, it's people still living in the dorms there. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that just comes down to, colleges, they be greedy. They know they already got your money, so they going to do whatever they want.
Already got money.
They'll figure that out in the summertime when you already had to deal with the bullshit. Then they want to figure things out because they don't really care. At the end of the day, it don't really matter to them.
They got their money.
That's a fact. That's definitely a fact. I don't know. Like, if everything keep going on with like this whole like corona and everything being shut down, there's gonna be a lot of rioting. There's gonna be a lot of bad shit going on.
Did you see that? I don't know if y'all seen. It's all over Instagram. The whole where somebody came through with a stolen car and like everybody's
Yes.
car.
No, I seen that. I think that was old.
Yes.
Like,
I seen that though. Ooh,
that
yo,
was
I would have
crazy.
been pissed.
North is wilding right now. I just feel like this is what we should do. I feel like for me, I'm Muslim, so this is like a early Ramadan for me. Early Ramadan for me. Like that's how I'm looking at it. At first, I was like, "Dang, I don't really go outside unless I have to." But it's like when you tell me I gotta stay in the house, it's like I kind of want to be rebellious.
It's different. It's different. Like
be rebellious, but then I was like, "Wait a minute, Ramadan next month." You need to get into that mode already. Like, this is just helping me for Ramadan. So today I took a walk. I went around the park. I just was like writing down new goals and just do what it do. Like, I'm not even about to go back and forth with this, like, sneak outside. And they wilding outside. So it's just
curfew.
Like,
Curfew. First of all, I need to open up a basement.
I was just telling Jada, like, yo, I miss outside. You know, if I'm saying that, and shit is real. Like, I don't go outside. Like, she be dragging me out. I don't go out. I'm like, I don't go out unless I have to, and I'm looking at this stuff. So I'm looking at this like a precursor to Ramadan. Like, all right, let me get myself prepared. But I just really hope that this whole quarantine thing is over by Ramadan because I cannot stay in this house for all this food during Ramadan. I will break my fast, bro, because I'm going to be so bored. Like, I will not know what to do with myself. Like, I
thinking none of that negativity in the air. You're not breaking your fast. You going straight through Ramadan. We good. We going to be good. Don't speak that because I'm telling you, I was thinking about it like too much alcohol about it. I'm just like, man, I'm about to turn these. You see, I don't know if y'all seen that meme where it was just like some of us gonna come out chefs and some of us gonna come out alcoholics. Be both of them because I've been cooking every day and I do not cook. Like I've been cooking lunch, breakfast, and dinner, even a little snack meal, like drinking with chill, like like it's time to go outside. Like it's not me.
I want to ask y'all another question.
All right, talk to us.
Break down, right? Everybody got their own answer. Break down. And keep in mind, right? Keep in mind the times and how y'all talked about social media and everything else. Not even just social media, just the day and age, right? What's your, and I don't know if y'all got boyfriends, so you feel me?
No.
What's y'all prototypical, like if you can build a man, right? Based on what you like, what's his character? Not even looks. We taking looks aside. Personality, traits, mannerisms. Like break that down.
I'll go first.
Oh man, I don't know if I want to say that. Oh my God.
I need a me, basically. But I need me as in like a better me though. Like, first of all, he has to be very knowledgeable. He has to be very smart. Like, I want him to teach me things. Like, I can't be with nobody I can't learn from. I'm sorry. Some of these people out here be dumb as a doorknob. Like, you have to be very smart, knowledgeable. You gotta be adventurous. Like, I want to go jump out of planes and go swimming in lakes. I just want to do, you feel me? I want to experience everything. Like, you gotta be, you feel me? But you also, cause me, you gotta be funny as well too. But like, you gotta like know when to get serious and like, cause I'll be like, I kind of like I know myself. So like sometimes like I'll start to like fall off. Like you gotta be able to see that and like be like, nah, Jay, like get back on your stepping stool. Like you feel me? You falling a little low. I need you to get back up in. So, somebody that's like really for me. And then you just can't be a fucking bum. Have some ambition. Know what you want to do with your life. Know where you want to go. These people, I'm sorry, but like, I don't understand how people don't know what they want to do with their life. I'm so sorry. There's too much things right now to not know what you want to do with your life. So, just like be yourself. You feel me? I'm gonna keep you on your toes. You keep me on my toes. But you gotta at least be adventurous and like with the shits too. You gotta be with the shits. There we go. There go my nigga.
There go my answer. Oh wow. Okay. I agree with Jada. I feel like you have to be adventurous and you have to not know what you want to do, but have some type of ambition towards something. I like a guy who's smart, like a guy who I can talk about things with, but I also want a guy who's a little submissive. Like, we need to balance the dominance and the submissiveness. Like, you got to be able to, like, I like a guy who can really open up and vent to me and talk to me like I want to be a team. You know what I mean? I also feel like he has to be funny. That's in my book. Not like a goofball, but like funny. Like, we have to laugh together or it's not going to work. And I just feel like I just need a guy that's like completely open-minded, because like we both change as time goes. Like, you're not going to get a person that's going to be the same from the day you met them till 5 years later. So I feel like you have to be open-minded, and just there for me. I feel like that's the most important one. Just there for me through anything, vice versa. So that's my answer.
Nah, I agree. And being the fact that, like, I'm about to be 24 years old. I don't have time for the game anymore. Like, I really don't. So, like, I don't. Like, in 4 years, I need to have a kid. Like, that's how I'm coming. But I need somebody who's, like, completely transparent with me. Like, no matter how bad the situation is, I always want you to tell me what's up and not lie to me, because if you tell me what's up, we have an opportunity to work the situation out. Whereas if you lie to me, you're digging yourself in a deeper hole, and now I don't trust you at all. I need somebody who's smart, actually smarter than me, because I'm smart as fuck. Like, I need somebody who I can, like Jada, like, I need somebody who I can actually learn from. I need someone who's in tune with their spirit. And when I say spirit, I don't necessarily mean religion. I mean, like, spiritually. Like, you believe in God, like, you meditate, like that type of shit. I need somebody who's into that type of stuff.
Now, question, real quick question, Rissy.
What?
Now, say he like, you meet him and he's not into like spiritual and everything, but he's willing to learn. Can you stay?
Oh, absolutely. Because I love teaching people about that stuff. Like, I love spreading that type of knowledge. So if you're willing to learn, let's go. I'm about to teach you all, and we can learn together, because I'm still learning myself. So I want somebody who could learn that with me at the same time. I want somebody who's a provider. And when I mean a provider, I don't necessarily mean like they just going to do stuff for me just because or whatever. Like, if I need something done, I need you to be like, okay, when, where, and how. I don't need you to be like, oh, well, let me see all this other stuff. Because I'm the type, if somebody tells me they need something, I'm asking when, where, how. Like, reciprocity is a big thing for me. Like, if I do it for you, I need for you to do it for me. Like, simple as that. And I want somebody that's not going to treat me like an option while I'm treating them like a priority. That's huge for me. Like, that's huge. I've been through some shit, y'all. It's a lot. Like, I can go on and on and on. But I need somebody who I can laugh with. Someone who's spontaneous and adventurous. I'm a Gemini. Like, I'm not somebody that can just sit in one place and just be okay. Like, no. Like, I want to do stuff all the time. Like, I gotta constantly be moving. And I need somebody who can understand the fact that I'm a Gemini, because as a Gemini, we're very dynamic thinkers. And if you're not a dynamic thinker with me, you're not going to be able to keep up. Like, my shit is going to intimidate you. I don't want somebody who... Huh?
Go the whole Gemini away.
Whatever. It's like, I ain't even thinking about her crazy Leo behind. Like, I'm not even thinking about her. But I need somebody who's going to be able to keep up with, like, my thought process and not get intimidated, because a lot of guys have said that, like, I intimidate them, and it's like, because I know what I want, and I'll be out here playing. So that's all I got for right now.
Is there a Lanajiah?
I felt the whole I need a me, like, I just need me. I felt that part. But, like, I felt everything, but I need somebody who's understanding. I need somebody who like gets that I'm weird. Like one moment we could be having a whole serious conversation, the next moment I'm about to ask you like, yo, would you rather have 10 toes or like one arm, like 11 fingers and like one toe? Like that's something big for me. Like I switch topics daily. I go through different mood swings. So I need you to be understanding. I need somebody who's family oriented. Like I'm very close to my mom. Like me and my mom best friends. So you gotta have some type of family substance going on or whatever the case may be. But y'all pretty much covered everything. But like basically, that's just I need a boss. Like I need you to understand I'm a boss.
Yes.
And and I come with a lot. So you just have to be understanding. Like, is this something you really want? You gotta understand you're gonna have to take me, you taking sassy girls, you taking my friends, you taking all of this that come with me. So it's not gonna be easy. I'm pulling up my own table. I don't need your table. Just pull one aside and we good.
When we good. Another thing is too that I noticed that like, cause it's been me and my dad like basically my whole entire life. So my dad is a get it done type of person. He don't ask nobody for no handouts. He don't complain. You feel me, go to work 7 days a week, come home, sleep, do his thing. Like I'm such like a dominant female that like it's like I'm not controlling. Like you can't control me. So it's either you're gonna like, be aside me. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no like, oh, I don't want you doing this or I don't want you wearing that. I could wear this and you could be beside me, but if you think I can't do controlling because I'm already too dominant. Like, and I'm so much of a boss. I'm so much of a like, you feel me? Like it is what it is. Gotta get shit done, and that's just that. Like I don't watch my dad do it his whole entire life. Like I don't need none of y'all for nothing. I don't need you. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference between me needing you and me wanting you. I would never need you. I would never need your money.
Well, what's your answer? We want to hear your answer. All
let me hear this.
I mean, honestly.
Build a female. What's your build a female?
My build a female, being as though, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to share my age too. I'm 22. But I feel like I'm a very stressed 22. I'm a very worn out 22. But it's very stressed 22. Old man 22. But listen, I would say like because of my experiences, my expectations are really low, and standards high, but expectations low in the sense of I feel like once you go through certain things or you see certain things, you start to separate what's really important and what you were taught was important or what everybody thinks is important. Kind of like the conversation we had earlier about what everybody else think and what really mattered. You know what I'm saying? I feel like me personally, certain things that I would say mattered before don't matter no more. Like right now, it really come down to listen. Are you willing to compromise? If so, I need that. Willing to compromise, willing to listen just as much as you speak. I would say willing to how you break that down? It's kind of like it's certain people that can separate what's right and what's wrong versus what they don't like. If you can separate those two, that's very important because we can always deal with I don't like this, so can we compromise somewhere or can we figure it out, as opposed to don't tell me I'm wrong or that I've wronged you just because you don't like something. You get what I'm saying? It's two different things. So things like that, in terms of just dealing with somebody, just being able to accept somebody for who they are, people that can do that, you green in my book. If you can accept me for who I am, but still expect growth out of me, that's absolutely fine. Those things matter to me. I mean, in terms of being a boss, I feel like that's something that I can take or leave because I look at myself in the highest standard as a leader, where it's like, if you don't have that in yourself, now bums, we're not talking about bums. I'm not talking about somebody that's
bum.
But everybody is not, naturally, they don't naturally have that drive. Some people just are basic, get up, go to work, that's it. But it's no extra to it. It's no like ambition really. It's just robot type shit, which is nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm fine with that only because I feel like I'm such a leader that I'm gonna make sure we good. You know what I'm saying? Even if that's not really built into the way you maneuver, I'm a take care of that. So that's not really something I look for, but it is a plus. You know what I'm saying? If you can hold your own when it comes to that, or if you have your own goals and ambition, that's even better, because when it's time for me to chase what's on my plate, you gonna understand, vice versa. So that's good. But really for me, yo, it really just comes down to, do you listen? Are you willing to compromise?
Do you listen?
Right? It's really that simple, yo. My number one right now, yo, overall is, do you make me happy? If you make me happy, all that other shit we can deal with, because at the end of the day, we all human. You know what I'm saying? That's just where I'm at with it right now. It's like, do you make me happy? Everything else can get dealt with in the future. You know what I'm saying?
But not listening is important, because a lot of time in relationships, people only listen to respond. They don't listen to understand. They only listening for a part where they could be like, oh, but this how I feel and all this other stuff. They're not really listening to what you have to say. That's like when somebody apologizes and then they say, but. Why is there a rebuttal after your apology? You were never sorry to begin with if you're adding a but to. So therefore, it's like, what the fuck did you just listen to? You didn't listen to anything I just said. So I like that he said, listen, that is very important.
Learn, just to like piggyback off of you, is one thing my ex told me, and he was like, you know, the reason why I may be upset might not make sense to you, but because it makes me upset, we should still fix it. Yep. So I take that with all my friends. I'd be like, I don't understand why she's mad, but I'm gonna talk to her about it. And I'm going to figure out why she's mad. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I feel like that's a big thing, because a lot of things aren't going to make sense. We're all different people, but you got to be willing to try to understand.
One thing that's hard that we all have to accept is that and that goes for friends or relationship, when the other person has a problem, whatever you think about it or however you would have dealt with it, it's irrelevant in that moment. Just to piggyback off what you said, because it's like, a lot of times we get caught up in, well, if that was me, I would have dealt with it this way. Or if that was me, I would have felt like this. Or whatever the case may be, when it's like, it's not you, so it doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, that person came and said, I didn't like this, so you either going to deal with it accordingly, or you're going to let it rock, or whatever you're going to do about it. But at that moment, it does not matter how you feel about it. And if more people thought that way, then small issues wouldn't turn into big issues.
Yeah, right.
I honestly feel like the crazy thing is, this is like crazy, like it's a topic right now, but literally I probably just learned this like a month ago. I don't know when we had this conversation, but you know what I'm talking about. Literally probably just learned this a month ago, because I have Leo tendencies. Like, I still battle with like, I'm right and you wrong, and I want you to see my point of view and rather understanding yours. So it's just like, I don't see why you making a big issue, but I know if it
we're so nonchalant, like
we're nonchalant with everything. So like, now that like I'm learning, it's like, okay, I get it. Like I listen to comprehend, but it still be that Leo and me be like, all right, I'm sorry and all, but it's not that deep. But if it was
and that's the but. She said, I'm sorry, but that's what I be talking about.
I just be feeling like things is not that deep.
I'm like, I'm like, I gotta go back. Like, sometimes I do go back because I'm an overthinker. Like, I overthink everything. So it'll be like, hold up, you could have handled that better. Or go talk to somebody. Like, now I be talking to, like, I get my girls, like my female friends' point of view, and then I be like, you answering like a girl. So hold up, let me go talk to a dude and see how he feel about this. Like, maybe I'm bugging or maybe I'm not bugging. So it's just understanding and learning, like, that's a flow I got. I'm just nonchalant. Like, I'm working on it, but that's just me. Like, I don't be thinking stuff that's serious, especially because I got a good heart. So I feel like I know whatever I did, it wasn't intentionally to hurt you or like make you mad or hurt your feelings. But at the same time, I'm still battling. So it's a growing process for me.
It's also important too, be upfront about your flaws so that it's no surprise. A lot of people like to wait, or not even wait, because sometimes it's not on purpose. Sometimes you really just so focused on putting your best foot forward that you forget who you really are, or you forget to share who you really are. I feel like you can eliminate all that when you just say up front, like, yo, right now it's easy because I don't like it that much and my feelings not involved. But I know when my feelings do get involved, I tend to do this, I tend to do that. And then when it happens, it's not going to affect the person that much because you already told them to expect it, and then they going to work with you. I feel like when a lot of us, we try to just show our best side so that when that real you start to come out, now it looks like you changing as opposed to you being yourself.
I want to elaborate on that though. Like, I be feeling like certain things, it's not that you forget to mention. It's just like until you reach that level of that comfortability with that person, it's like, all right, you activated it. It's not something I automatically thought about. Like, all right, listen, like, let me tell this person this. Let me tell them I'm a little nonchalant, or like, let me tell them whatever you feel like you need to tell them. I just feel like once you start growing with a person, certain feelings start to get activated. Because I know, as for me, like, I'm a Leo. So it take a lot for me to let somebody in. It take a lot for me to even like somebody. So once I like you, it's either I like you completely or I don't like you at all. It's no in between. So it's just full force. Like, whatever emotion come. Like, I know how to control certain things, but at the same time, it's just like either we in it or we not. We ain't gonna play both sides. It's either you gonna get one side or you just gonna get this other side down with fucking two sides. So I don't know how to do that.
You ain't gonna like the other side, I tell you that much.
You're not. You really not.
But I do want to say this was very good. It actually turned out good.
This was fun.
I want to say thank you. I also do want to I want everybody, shout out something. Shout out those girls next door, of course. Cash, shout out the Stronghold. I know y'all ladies are doing y'all CBDTs and everything like that. So let's just go around and shout everything out.
Coming tomorrow.
This is going to be selling CBDT, ladies and gents. Prison. You got fuck prison.
Another shout out to Pretty Minx on Instagram. My cousin, she's doing lashes. Pretty_Minx_. Check her out. My lash is cute, right?
Thank you.
Oh, it's my go? Oh, okay. But yeah, guys, I finally joined the TLC team. So the link is in my bio if you guys want to join my team. My product comes tomorrow, so I'll be selling the Lasso Tea and NutriBurst and the energy pills. So yeah, link is in bio. DM me for more information. And you can also DM Lanajiah because she does it too.
Next up.
Lanajiah.
Okay. So I want to give a shout out for the Illest Girls Next Door for having us on here. That's number one. Making it happen, still being bosses. I want to give a big shout out to my team, Women Who Impact, my CBD team, well, TLC team. I'm gonna say Sassy Girls. What else? And I just want a message for like whoever watching, like all the young bosses watching, just keep going, keep striving, and like really during this time, invest in your business, invest in yourself. Like, it's really important. Get in tune with your spiritual side if you ain't got one. Write it down. Talk to the universe. Talk to God. Whoever you talk to, whatever you believe in, just stay in tune with yourself. This is the time to really like get in touch with you. So make sure you do that.
Ooh. All right, my turn. Since I'm last, I'm gonna take up the most time. I do shout out Illest Girls Next Door for having us. Like, I appreciate it. It meant a lot to me when I got the news that I would be on here. Like, I've been asking for a while, so I felt good to get that. But, I want to shout out Yard Bully Experience. They got it's a training company, fitness company, lifestyle brand. Right now they doing 1 week household workout programs. You can do it in your house. They send it to you. It's a 7-day long program. It's $15. I also want to shout out at Rome 856, upcoming artist in Camden, New Jersey. He has an album coming out in a couple of weeks. And then a message just for young males, you know what I'm saying? Especially those that come from a similar background as me. While I'm well spoken and I take care of my business. I too, just like you, May, you feel me? I have a background that's not so sweet. You get what I'm saying? I've had my own fair share of legal troubles, getting kicked out of schools, things like that. when you find yourself and you find your craft, you know what I'm saying, apply yourself 1,000%, and your past will never affect your future. Doesn't matter what anybody saw, or what anybody knows about you, or what you did to anybody. At the end of the day, tomorrow is a day to change, and tomorrow is a day that, you feel me, affects your future in a positive manner. So stay focused, do what you need to do. That's that.
Wait, hold on. So, we about to wrap it up. This is Illest Girls Next Door. First of all, y'all literally just got to experience a live full of bosses. Y'all are watching young bosses. Like, I don't think y'all understand. This is a very impactful live. It was very good. Like I said, with everything going on, this is the best time to literally put in work. My job finally let me go for the coronavirus. I got a job once all this wicked stuff is done. But literally, it's giving me more time to focus on Illest Girls Next Door. It's giving me more time to build up everything. Because once they let us outside, oh, baby, it's bully time. Like, bully time. Which I also got to understand is, too, what's going to make you money right now is the link in your bio. That will make you money right now. If you sitting at home not doing anything.
Say that again.
Put that link in your bio. That's what's gonna make you money right now in this crisis. And honestly, too, if you're at home and you feeling depressed because you don't got no income coming in, this is where you start to build your game plan. I say every day, take another step. Take another step. 2 days ago, I was off from work. I took like 5 steps. Our website is dropping in a week. Illest Girls Next Door merch coming in a week. Illest Girls Next Door photos coming up. And Illest Girls gonna be dropping music soon too. So like we literally dipping and dabbling in everything.
Wait.
Oh.
We can't really say that.
I'm too loud, y'all. My fault. Too much info, but that's literally what I've been doing. And I've been working. I didn't even get a real break. My break starts today. So, stay up, stay positive. Don't worry about school. Worry about school, but don't let it stress you to the point where you having a meltdown and everything like that. So, just keep your head above waters, and we out, baby. This is Illest Girls Next Door.